What is a map really? A piece of parchment? A tool of conquest? Or a mirror of the human soul trying to make sense of its place in a vast and mysterious world? Long before GPS satellites blinked overhead, before explorers drew borders with ink and ambition, there were thinkers who dared to imagine the shape of the earth. They asked, where are we? What does the world look like? And perhaps even more importantly, how do we measure our place within it? In the shadows of Aristotle, in the sunlit porticos of ancient Greece, walked one such man. His name was Dicaearchus of Messana. A philosopher, geographer, cartographer, and polymath, Dicaearchus quietly helped chart the intellectual foundations of geography and mapping. He mapped the known world not with power, but with reason. He didn't just measure landscapes. He measured human life. Dicaearchus was born in Messana, around 350 BCE, in a time when the Greek world was stretching across the Mediterranean like a net of ideas and influence. He grew up in a land shaped by crossroads, between cultures, between philosophies, between the known world and the uncharted. Sicily was a hub of trade and thought, touched by Greek colonists, Carthaginian merchants, and the ever-changing tides of empire. It is believed he studied under Aristotle at the Lyceum in Athens. That single fact opens a door into a world of intellectual fire. Imagine the conversations, logic, ethics, biology, cosmology. But while Aristotle catalogued life, Dicaearchus sought to map it. Dicaearchus may have been the first person in recorded history to draw a scientifically reasoned map of the known world. Rather than relying on myth, he tried to apply mathematical proportion. His most famous cartographic innovation was a line, not a border, but a concept, the diaphragmata, a horizontal line drawn from the Pillars of Heracles, modern Gibraltar, in the west to the eastern edges of the known world. This line, he argued, divided the inhabited Earth into two parts. From it, he plotted cities and distances. It sounds simple, but in truth, it was revolutionary. He was trying to create a coordinate system centuries before longitude and latitude became scientific standard. A way to impose geometry onto geography. He described a world not of gods and monsters, but of proportions, rationality, and place. To Dicaearchus, geography wasn't just about physical terrain. It was about the human condition. In his lost work, Life of Greece, he tried to weave geography with demography, customs, government, and culture. For him, a map without people was like a body without a soul. He even attempted to measure the height of mountains, an astonishing idea at a time when few imagined the Earth as a sphere, let alone measurable in 3 dimensions. Some ancient sources say he used the length of shadows and mathematical ratios to estimate mountain elevations. It's fragmentary, but it suggests that he was among the first thinkers to envision a topographic science. While Eratosthenes would later become famous for calculating the Earth's circumference, Dicaearchus laid groundwork by trying to measure the size and shape of the inhabited world. In a world that still debated whether the Earth was flat or round, he leaned toward the spherical model. And while many philosophers speculated from armchairs, Dicaearchus used data from sailors, traders, and surveyors. He brought the empirical spirit to a world dominated by abstraction. Dicaearchus's maps and treatises influenced the great thinkers who followed. Eratosthenes, who created the most famous map of the ancient world, acknowledged Dicaearchus. Strabo, the geographer-historian of the Roman world, cited him often. Even Ptolemy, centuries later, was working from foundations Dicaearchus helped to pour. Yet today, he is scarcely remembered. Many of his works survive only in fragments, quoted by others. But in those fragments is a vision of a world that could be measured, understood, and connected. Maps are not just about where we are. They are about who we are. Dicaearchus was among the first to treat geography as a science, as well as a mirror of civilization. He didn't conquer lands. He charted them. He didn't record myths. He questioned them. And in doing so, he helped move humanity one step closer to seeing the earth as a whole. Not as a mythic battlefield or divine prison, but as a place to be measured, lived in, and shared. Today, we orbit a globe traced with lines we take for granted. Political borders, shipping lanes, grids of latitude and longitude. But once, there was only sea and sky. And into that mystery stepped a man with a question: where are we? And from that question, the first map began to take shape. He saw the world not as myth, but as measure.